Hey guys, it's Twisted Disaster here. Long time no see. Oh, I'm sorry if I say a lot. I'm not used to making these little recording videos. But what I was trying to say originally was, for a few of you that know, I had recently had computer problems and I had to get my computer wiped clean. Because of that, I lost. I was lucky; my files are all safe, but I ended up losing a lot more than I realized I would. So I had to re-download the newest version of Movie Maker, and I'm really hoping that the final copy it's not as choppy as it is right now. Because while I'm recording this, I'm kind of watching the replay of it, and it's really choppy compared to the old one. So I'm really hoping it's not choppy in the final cut. If not, if it is, it might be a little while until I get a new video because I had to find a way to get the old version of Movie Maker or a movie editing program without spending a lot of money because right now I don't really have a job, so I can't really afford to be spending lots of money on a video program. Even though I really want to make videos again, they make me very happy. And I'm also a person who loves speed paints. I don't know if you love speed paints, but I love speed draws, speed paints, all that junk. I watch them all the time. Um, anyway, I should probably talk more about the picture. Okay, see, I don't know what I'm doing. This picture is actually one I've been wanting to do for a while now. I've been wanting, well, not exactly this chibi. The idea came to me the other day, but this is fan art for Castlevania: Lords of Shadows, specifically the second game, because I love the second game and the fact that you finally get to go to the goddamn castle. I am a hardcore Castlevania fan. Now, I wasn't there when the game came out for the consoles at first. My first Castlevania game was actually on the DS. It was a birthday gift, and I think it was Dawn of Sorrow. Yeah, it was Dawn of Sorrow. It was the one with Soma Cruz, the one that takes place in the future. It's which is this, if I remember correctly, it's the second one to with the first Soma Cruz game, which was the one for the Game Boy Advance, or yeah, for the Advance. Um, and then after it, I just got so hooked. I'm like, oh my god, these games are so much fun. I want to know more about it. And I found out like, oh, there's a whole game series here. And so I started with the handhelds, and then I moved my way up to the console ones. Even though sadly I didn't really have an old school console one, so I wasn't able to play a lot of the older ones. I watched a lot of Let's Plays of them though, because I really want to know more about the story and the gameplay and the Belmonts and Dracula and all that, all that nice things. But I remember my first one for the console because I found them at a GameStop. I actually found them at a GameStop like a couple years ago, but no, not a couple years ago. Back in high school. I shouldn't say a couple years ago. I'm always scatterbrained. Back in high school, when GameStop still sold PlayStation 2 games, I saw they had Lament of Sorrow, and I'm probably saying it wrong, and one other one. I have them in my collection. I just don't know them right now. And those were my first on the console, and I was always thinking, I'm like, oh my gosh, I really wish they would make one for like the PlayStation 3 or the 360. I bet it would be epic if they made a new one on the new consoles. And then, lo and behold, I was lucky enough because Cody knew how obsessed I was at the time because we were dating. I think we started dating. No, we were dating for a year at this point, and then he actually, his father got me the Lords of Shadow game, the first one for the PlayStation 3, because Cody told him how much I was like obsessing over Castlevania at the time. And I was so excited, but I was also such an idiot because at the time, I didn't have really a console in my room. I didn't have a TV. So I had to play downstairs. And I'm the kind of gamer where I like peace and quiet when I game, which is why I could probably never do Let's Plays. Because when I play a game for the first time, I always end up like being really quiet and just paying attention to the story and just focusing on the game. I mean, I could probably do one of like a replay, but then that's not that fun. I kind of like the blind walkthroughs. Those are fun for me because then it's like, oh, they don't know what they're seeing either. But so I didn't get to actually finish the game until like 3 years later when I actually got my own TV and I was able to put the PlayStation 3 in there. And then I'm like, I always wanted to beat this game, and then I beat it, and I'm like, oh, I